Imagine this. You are sitting at the most beautiful, most expensive restaurant of your life. Soft lighting, white tablecloths, a waiter in a perfectly pressed suit walks over and hands you a menu. And then you realize you cannot eat half of it. What do you say? How do you say it? In English, politely, without making it awkward, without accidentally eating something that could ruin your entire evening.
Or your entire stomach.
Today on Next Level English, we're giving you 20 restaurant expressions so powerful, so elegant, and so real that you will walk into any high-end restaurant in the world and handle every single moment like a native speaker.
Stay until the end because one of these phrases might literally save your life.
We are not being dramatic. We are genuinely not being dramatic. Welcome to Next Level English. I am Maya, your host.
And I am Tom, and today we are going somewhere beautiful together.
We are going to a 5-star restaurant, and we are going to eat very, very carefully.
Okay, so Maya, before we start, I have a confession.
Oh, tell me everything.
I once went to a fancy French restaurant and I could not eat gluten. And instead of saying anything to the waiter, I just quietly tried to avoid the bread and pasta and soup and basically everything on the menu.
Tom, no.
I ate a single piece of lettuce and called it a meal.
One leaf of lettuce at a fine dining restaurant. This is exactly why we made this episode.
This episode is for past Tom and every other person who has ever sat silently at a beautiful table, hungry and confused because they did not have the right words.
And today, we fix that, starting right now. Let us begin with the most essential phrase in this entire episode. Are you ready?
Ready and hungry.
The phrase is, I have a dietary restriction.
I have a dietary restriction. Say it again.
I have a dietary restriction.
Now let us break this down because both words are gold. Dietary means anything related to food and what you eat. Restriction means a limit, something you cannot or do not eat. Together, I have a dietary restriction is the single most professional, most understood sentence you can say in any restaurant, anywhere in the English-speaking world.
And notice the tone. It is calm, it is clear, it is not apologetic. You are not saying, I am so sorry to bother you, but I have this little issue with food. No, you are simply stating a fact. I have a dietary restriction.
I have a dietary restriction. One more time for our beautiful learners.
I have a dietary restriction.
Now, after that sentence, the natural next step is explaining what that restriction actually is. And this is where most people freeze because the vocabulary gets very specific.
Very specific and also very important. So let us go through the most common dietary restriction categories, starting with allergies. An allergy is a medical reaction your body has to a specific food.
And there's a critical sentence structure for talking about allergies at a restaurant. Listen closely. I'm allergic to.
I'm allergic to. Repeat that.
I'm allergic to.
I'm allergic to nuts. I'm allergic to shellfish. I'm allergic to dairy. This structure is universally understood in any English-speaking country, and any high-end restaurants will take it very seriously.
And they absolutely should, because allergies are not preferences, they are medical.
Which brings us to a critical vocabulary distinction that so many English learners do not know, the difference between an allergy and an intolerance.
This is such an important one. Say the two words.
Allergy, intolerance.
An allergy means your immune system reacts. It can cause serious or even life-threatening symptoms. An intolerance means your body has difficulty digesting something, and it causes discomfort but is usually not life-threatening.
For example, I have a gluten intolerance means gluten makes you feel unwell. But I am allergic to peanuts means peanuts to send you to a hospital.
Very different levels of urgency. And restaurants treat them differently too, so always be specific.
Always be specific. Now let us add another brilliant phrase to your toolkit. This one is for situations when you need the restaurant to be extra careful. The phrase is, "Could you please let me know if this dish contains?"
Could you please let me know if this dish contains? Say that again with me.
Could you please let me know if this dish contains?
Could you please let me know if this dish contains any nuts? Could you please let me know if this dish contains gluten? Could you please let me know if this dish contains shellfish?
This phrase is polite, clear, and professional, and it puts the responsibility on the restaurant where it belongs.
There is something very elegant about that sentence. You are not panicking, you are not demanding, you are simply asking a professional question.
Like a person who belongs in that room. Now let us move into the world of dietary lifestyles, because not all dietary restrictions come from medical reasons. Some come from personal values, spiritual beliefs, or lifestyle choices.
And high-end restaurants in major cities are very used to accommodating all of these. You just need the right words.
Starting with one of the most common terms in modern dining, vegan.
Vegan, V-E-G-A-N. A vegan is someone who does not eat any animal products at all. No meat, no fish, no dairy, no eggs, no honey.
And there's a very smooth sentence for telling a waiter this: "I follow a vegan diet."
I follow a vegan diet. Repeat it.
I follow a vegan diet.
Notice the language. I follow. Not I am on, not I am doing. I follow. It sounds intentional. It sounds like a lifestyle, not a temporary diet trend.
Exactly. I follow a vegan diet sounds graceful. Now, right next to vegan is a word that people often confuse with it: vegetarian.
Vegetarian. A vegetarian does not eat meat or fish, but may still eat dairy and eggs.
And the same beautiful structure applies. I follow a vegetarian diet.
I follow a vegetarian diet. And now you have a pattern. I follow a blank diet. Fill in the blank.
I follow a plant-based diet. I follow a dairy-free diet. I follow a gluten-free diet. The structure stays the same, only the specific word changes.
You just taught everyone an entire grammar pattern inside one restaurant conversation. That is genius.
That's next level English, Dom. That's literally the name of this channel.
Fair point. Okay, let us talk about something a lot of English learners do not know how to say. What happens when your dietary requirement is not about allergy or lifestyle, but about ingredients you simply need removed from a dish?
This is where a very important phrase enters. Could you prepare this dish without?
Could you prepare this dish without? Say it with us.
Could you prepare this dish without?
Could you prepare this dish without the cream sauce? Could you prepare this dish without any added salt? Could you prepare this dish without the cheese?
This is a confident, respectful way to customize your order, and in a high-end restaurant, customization is completely normal and totally expected.
It's actually something great restaurants are proud of doing.
And if you're not sure whether a dish has something in it, there's one single most important question you can ask. Write this one down. Are there any hidden ingredients I should be aware of?
Are there any hidden ingredients I should be aware of? One more time.
Are there any hidden ingredients I should be aware of?
Hidden ingredients. This is everything because so many sauces, marinades, dressings, and stocks contain allergens that are not obvious from the menu description.
A soup that looks perfectly safe might be made with a chicken stock that contains gluten. A dessert might have traces of nuts from a shared kitchen. A dressing might contain dairy you never expected.
And asking about hidden ingredients shows you are informed, serious, and know exactly what you need.
Now, let's talk about a phrase that's deeply important in fine dining specifically: cross-contamination.
Cross-contamination. Say it.
Cross-contamination.
Cross-contamination means when a food that is safe for you comes into contact with something you cannot eat during preparation. For example, if a chef uses the same chopping board for fish and then for your vegetables, that's cross-contamination.
And for someone with a serious allergy, cross-contamination can be just as dangerous as eating the allergen directly. So the sentence here is, I'm concerned about cross-contamination.
I am concerned about cross-contamination. Repeat it.
I'm concerned about cross-contamination.
Any professional kitchen will know exactly what you mean, and any great restaurant will take that seriously immediately.
Small, that phrase does something very powerful. It tells the waiter and the kitchen that you're not being fussy, you're being precise. There's a big difference.
Being precise is respected. Being fussy is tolerated.
Tom, that was a little too real. Okay, now let's do our first role play of the episode because everyone learns better when they hear the language alive.
Yes, I will be the very elegant waiter. I've been waiting for this role my whole life.
You were born for it. Okay, I'm a guest with a serious nut allergy arriving at a high-end restaurant.
Good evening. Welcome. Can I tell you about our specials this evening?
Thank you so much. Before we start, I just want to mention that I have a dietary restriction. I'm allergic to all tree nuts. It's a serious allergy, and I'm also concerned about cross-contamination. Could you please let me know if any of tonight's specials contain nuts or were prepared near nut-containing ingredients?
Of course, I completely understand, and I will inform our kitchen immediately. May I ask, are there any other dietary restrictions I should note for the table?
Yes, I also follow a dairy-free diet. Could you prepare my main course without any cream or butter-based sauces? And are there any hidden ingredients I should be aware of in the dessert menu?
Absolutely. I will have our chef personally review your meal. Thank you for letting us know.
That was a masterclass. Did everyone catch all those phrases in action?
Let me count. We had, I have a dietary restriction, I am allergic to, I'm concerned about cross-contamination, could you please let me know if, I follow a vegan diet, could you prepare my course without, and are there any hidden ingredients I should be aware of?
7 phrases in one natural conversation. This is what fluency actually looks like. Not perfect grammar, but real flowing language that solves a real problem.
Real English for real life. That is the entire mission.
Now, let's add a few more beautiful expressions because we promised 20 and we keep our promises. The next phrase is one that's especially important if you have a very serious allergy and you want the restaurant to take maximum precautions. You say, this is a severe allergy.
This is a severe allergy. Say that.
This is a severe allergy.
Severe means extreme or serious, not mild, not occasional, severe. When you say severe, any professional waiter will escalate your request to the kitchen immediately.
Severe allergy. One more time.
This is a severe allergy.
Now, what if the restaurant can't accommodate your needs? What if the waiter comes back and says the dish simply cannot be modified? Here's a graceful way to handle that. In that case, could you recommend something on the menu that would be suitable for me?
Could you recommend something on the menu that would be suitable for me? Say it again.
Could you recommend something on the menu that would be suitable for me?
Suitable. S-U-I-T-A-B-L-E. Suitable means appropriate or right for your needs. This word is very useful in formal dining situations.
Is this dish suitable for someone with a nut allergy? Could you suggest something suitable for a vegan guest? Is the tasting menu suitable for someone who is gluten-free?
Suitable, a genuinely elegant word, and it shows the waiter that you are flexible and cooperative, not difficult.
Which brings us to a vocabulary word that every English learner needs for this topic: accommodate.
Accommodate, A-C-C-O-M-M-O-D-A-T-E.
To accommodate means to make space for someone's needs, to adjust and provide for them. In a restaurant context, it sounds like this: are you able to accommodate a gluten-free requirement?
Are you able to accommodate? Say that with us.
Are you able to accommodate?
Ah, that phrase immediately signals that you are a sophisticated, experienced diner. It's the kind of sentence that gets you excellent service.
Because you're speaking the same professional language as the restaurant staff. You're not a confused tourist. You're someone who knows exactly what they need and how to ask for it beautifully.
That is the transformation we are creating today. Confused tourist to sophisticated diner in one episode.
All because of vocabulary. Now let's talk about one more very important scenario. What if someone at your table has dietary needs, not you? What if you're the one making a reservation on behalf of a group?
Oh, this is so common. Making reservations for a business dinner, a birthday, a romantic anniversary.
A romantic anniversary. Interesting that you went there, Tom.
Purely hypothetical.
Right. So when you are calling or emailing to make a reservation, this is the sentence that will handle everything. One of our guests has a severe nut allergy. Could you please note this on the reservation?
Could you please note this on the reservation? Repeat.
Could you please note this on the reservation?
Note it. Write it down. Flag it for the kitchen. This simple sentence before you even arrive at the restaurant ensures the whole evening flows smoothly.
And here is a beautiful advance phrase for the same situation. We would appreciate it if the kitchen could be informed in advance.
We would appreciate it if the kitchen could be informed in advance. Say it one more time.
We would appreciate it if the kitchen could be informed in advance.
Informed in advance. This is so professional, so considerate. Any restaurant manager hearing that sentence will be genuinely impressed.
Now, let us also cover something people rarely think about until it's too late. The moment when food arrives at the table and you're not sure it is safe.
This happens. Miscommunications happen even at the best restaurants.
And instead of just eating it and hoping for the best or sending it back rudely, there is one perfect sentence. I just want to confirm, does this dish contain any?
I just want to confirm. Does this dish contain any? Say it with us.
I just want to confirm, does this dish contain any?
I just want to confirm. This is a gentle, non-accusatory way to double-check your meal before you eat it. You're not saying the waiter made a mistake, you're simply being thorough.
I just want to confirm. That phrase keeps the atmosphere warm while protecting your health. It's polite and it's powerful.
And speaking of protecting yourself, let us bring in our final vocabulary word for this episode. It's a word that is becoming more and more common in menus and dining conversations all around the world. The word is trace.
Trace. T-R-A-C-E.
A trace means a very small, barely detectable amount of something. You'll often see it on menus or food labels like this. May contain traces of nuts. This means the food was made in a facility or kitchen where nuts are also present.
And for someone with a severe allergy, even a trace can be dangerous. So the phrase here is, does this dish contain any traces of?
Does this dish contain any traces of? Say it.
Does this dish contain any traces of?
Does this dish contain any traces of shellfish? Does this dish contain any traces of gluten? Does this dish contain any traces of dairy?
That one word, trace, combines with that one sentence structure could genuinely save someone from a serious allergic reaction.
And that's what gets me every single time about language learning. One word, one sentence, real consequences in the real world.
That is exactly why Next Level English exists. Okay, we're going to do our final recap now. Every single phrase, every single vocabulary word. Stay with us because this is where everything locks into your memory.
The phrase, I have a dietary restriction, your opener for every dietary conversation in a restaurant.
I'm allergic to, for medical allergies, always followed by the specific food.
The difference between allergy and intolerance. Allergy is immune system. Intolerance is digestion. Very different levels of urgency.
I follow a vegan diet. I follow a vegetarian diet. I follow a gluten-free diet. The flexible structure for any dietary lifestyle.
Could you please let me know if this dish contains? Asking about ingredients before you order.
Could you prepare this dish without customizing your meal politely?
Are there any hidden ingredients I should be aware of? The question that catches what the menu does not say.
I'm concerned about cross-contamination. For serious allergies, this phrase tells the kitchen exactly how careful to be.
This is a severe allergy. 2 words, severe allergy, that change everything.
Could you recommend something on the menu that would be suitable for me? Asking for guidance when your first choice doesn't work.
Are you able to accommodate? The sophisticated way to ask if the restaurant can meet your needs.
Could you please note this on the reservation for making dietary needs known before you arrive?
We would appreciate it if the kitchen could be informed in advance, the advanced, elegant version of the same idea.
I just want to confirm, does this dish contain any double-checking your meal when it arrives?
Does this dish contain any traces of the final safety check for hidden allergens?
20 expressions, 1 episode, and you are now fluent in the language of fine dining with dietary needs.
From today, you never sit silently at a beautiful table again. You speak, you ask, you advocate for yourself in perfect English.
Because you deserve to enjoy every single bite of every single meal, and now you have the words to make that happen.
If this episode helped you, share it with someone who needs it. Your friend who's always nervous at restaurants, your colleague who travels for work, your partner who has a food allergy and never knows what to say.
Subscribe to Next Level English right now, because every week we bring you real English for real situations that actually matter in your life.
We're not teaching you textbook English. We're teaching you the English that opens doors, fills plates, and makes life richer.
And maybe even more romantic.
There she goes again.
Until next time, everyone, keep learning, keep growing, and we'll see you at the next level. Bye.
Bye.